Hello everyone, this is Amanda Waldhart and you're here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. Today is my third day in the hand pen petal card. This is me just showing you a card each day using this bundle. Now this bundle is a suite. And the first day I couldn't find it in the book. The second day I had it marked because I got smart. So remember, it is a suite. It's on page 104, 105. The suite comes with the stamp set. It comes with the dies. It comes with the gems, and it comes with the designer series paper. But if you love it so much, there also is Memory and More cards and Memory and More note cards and envelopes. Okay. Just another quick reminder, May 4th through June 14th, you can collect an additional extra free $25 of Hostess Rewards. That is with a $250 either workshop, collective orders, or your order. And in the month of April, if you spend $50 with me using this host code here that's linked below, you will get a Resin Heart embellishment packet, a value of $7 for free. I will send that to you. And I do have a frequent buyer club that is on my blog at Amanda's Inspiration Station. They're my buyer paw points. Every time you spend $50 before shipping and tax, you would write down your info. You'd print that, write it down, and then you can earn a free stamp set with me. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our third and final card. Let me revisit the first card. So here was card 1. Here was card 2. And now we're going to do card 3. So now we have card 3 here. Super cute. We're going to use some blends today. So on card 1, we used that color and contour dies. So we're using that again. And then we are using one thing that is retired, and I will tell you why I'm doing that. Normally I don't do retired items, but I'll tell you why. We are using this nested piece here, and that's because I pre-cut a lot of my die stuff ahead of time, and I had a few of these pieces left, and I just wanted to quickly use it. So if you have this die at home, use it. I just want to say that right now, obviously, you can't purchase it. So if you don't have it, you won't be able to purchase it. And for that, I'm sorry, with Stampin' Up anymore. But if you have it, it's a great thing to still use. Always use your stuff. Okay, so 5.5 by 8.5 is our piece. And this is basic white, thick. I'm just folding it in half and using my bone folder to varnish in the lines. Again, you can score it at 4 1/4. Okay. So I've already, for the sake of the video, cut this out. We're going to pop this up with dimensionals. So I'm going to put one dimensional in each corner and then one in the center. No saggy centers. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to place that right in center that. There we go. There's our card. Now we're going to use some new product. We are going to use the Pale Papaya ribbon. I love this ribbon. I think it's great. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to take, and actually, you know what? I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. Because it is ribbon, I do want it to be a little more reinforced. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus, and I just did an angle in the center, and I'm just going to set this down over that spot, and there's that. That's what I'm doing. I am going to trim this because I have my pieces a little long, so I'm going to trim that, and I'm going to trim that, and that's all I'm doing with that. Easy peasy. Okay, so now we have this piece here. We have this piece, which this is punched from this punch, and I want to say it's called Label. Somebody help me out here. Label. Let's see here. Somebody got it? everyday label. That's what it's called, everyday label. And I'm going to cut it down so that it looks like this. That's going to be fun. And then I have the Sprig Punch, which I already punched out one in the Misty Moonlight. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's set these aside. Let's do some stamping first. So I'm going to set that aside. So we need some Memento ink, and we're going to need Misty Moonlight. So let's do our Misty Moonlight first because we want to stamp the Anything is Possible. Now I want to center this. So I'm going to center this on this label. There we go. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that later in a little bit. All right, so now let's get out our Memento ink because we are going to use our blends today. So if you're using your blends, you definitely want to use Memento ink. If you use StazOn, they will bleed. You do not want that. So I have my big piece of flour here, and I'm going to get out my piercing mat, especially when you're using photopolymer, and especially when you're using photopolymer that is a larger image. You will want to have that cushion. So I'm going to do that. And you know what? I'm going to grab something really quickly, and I'm sorry. I had a piece of it, but I like to use this grid paper to the Stampin' Up! Stamparatus. So I'm going to set that there. Not because I care that this gets ink on it, because I don't, but I don't want it to smear on my projects either. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp this on top of my nested die stitched piece. There we go. And notice that I did the envelope. So we want to do the envelope too while we're stamping. And we're going to ink that up. Get that nice and inky. All right, so what we're going to do is I don't want it to go over this line. So I'm going to kind of angle it where it's just a little bit in the corner here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to do some coloring. We're going to set this aside here and we're going to do some coloring. So we're going to get out our new soft succulent blend. This is the light. And I'm literally going to just color in the leaves. And we're just going to do that. Color in the leaves. So yeah, you definitely want to use Memento when you're using your blends. If you use the StazOn, it will bleed into it. And then you'll get StazOn on your new blends. You do not want that. Blends are alcohol based. So you definitely want the Memento. All right, so we got some right there. Okay, love that. Love, love, love. Okay, so now we're going to use light daffodil, and we're going to use that for some of these small flowers here. And I'm just kind of circling them. I'm just kind of randomly doing them here. So like this one over here, looks like I kind of stamped it backwards, but that's okay. From the last time I stamped it. Yeah, see, I already got black on this blend here, so it's a little bit. Let's do that. All right. Now we're going to use our light, and I have Night and Navy, and I don't want that. I want Misty Moonlight. Sorry, I must have grabbed the wrong one. Okay, so we're going to use light Misty Moonlight because that's the colors in this theme, in this suite. So there's that. I should have colored one of those with the Misty, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm going to take my other new one, the light Pale Papaya, and we're going to color inside this whole entire thing. We are going to use the dark with this one too, though, but I'll show you what we're going to do with that. So we're just kind of coloring in the flowers right there. And that's why it's like, here, there we go. I'm like, it looks dark, but it's not. It's just because it's the envelope and I have like the black mat underneath. So I thought it was like showing up like where it was like black, and it's not. All right, so now we're going to use the dark papaya, and I'm not going to use the painter side. I'm going to use the smaller tip side because I want to kind of circle in the center, kind of go over these lines that are already in the flower. Okay, same with over here. I'm just kind of... There we go. Voila. All right, so our envelope is done. We have that done. So now I want to pop this up. So we're going to flip it over and we're going to put some dimensionals on the back here. And we're going to place it on our card, which we're now going to just kind of center over because you want this to show on the outside. And I'm going to use, for my little sprig piece here, I'm just going to use a glue dot. And I'm going to kind of put that underneath there like that. And I'm just going to kind of place it on there like that. I'm also going to get out my little gems here, and I'm going to take a bigger one and put that on the big flower. And then take a little one and put it on that flower like that. There's that. All right, so now I just need to find that little piece that said anything is possible. What did I do with it? Right here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our scissors. And we're going to see how there's like the little half circle here on both sides. We're going to put our corner of our scissors in there. And we're just going to try to cut as straight as possible. Now, I realize that that does not always happen, and that's okay. It's still cute. All right, so there's that. And now we're going to just use some dimensionals. And we're going to place this over here like this. There you go. There's our card. So we have this card that we did today. We have this card that we did yesterday and this card that we did the day before. So there are our 3 cards using the hand-penned bundle and suite. I hope you guys enjoyed these cards. I think they're pretty. I love the colors. I will be very honest. I am one of those people that's like, oh, flowers again. I mean, I do love flowers, but you can only have so many flower stamp sets. So I do get that. But I just think these are pretty, and I really like the colors. All right. You guys have a great week. Bye.